Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss what is management, its meaning and its importance. First of all, wouldn't we like to know that from where this word management has come? Where are its roots? Let's see the etymology of the word management. There is this English verb manage and it comes from the Italian maneggiare, which means to handle. And in fact, it is also derived from the two words, Latin words, which are manus, hand, and agere, to act, which actually gives us uh, an insight into what management is. Management is something to act, where the actions leads to certain objectives, leads to certain organizational goals. Let me say that what is the significance of hands in the body? They very well manage the entire body. And let us take this analogy to the organization. In an organization, just like the hands, management is going to act upon, is going to assimilate various resources and is going to have an efficient utilization of all those resources for the end result. Let us go through certain important definitions which have been given by the learned, um, uh, you know, the management experts. The first definition comes from Harold Kuhn's, and it says, management is the art of getting things done through and with the people in formally organized groups. So, can we say that management is an art? Why we call it as an art? Because it is the internal skills of a person to manage people, to motivate people, and to lead people. But at the same time, it is a science as well because it has got a formal structure, laid down rules through which one can actually benefit and organize, plan, staff people. Another definition of management is given by Stanley Vance. It also tells few characteristics of management, and it is saying management is simply the process of decision making and control over the action of human beings for the express purpose of attaining predetermined goals. It says a lot. The first thing it says is that it's a process of decision making. Process means it's a continuous way, it's continuous effort on the part of management. The second thing, very important aspect, decision making, that they have to take certain decision on the behalf of the organization and they have all the control over the staff and the human beings. And for what are they doing it? For the purpose of attaining predetermined goals. So the objectives, the goals, the aim of the organization is already said. There is a mission, there is a vision, and there are certain objectives which have to be catered to, and the management is going to facilitate that. There are certain more definitions. The first from Peter F. Drucker, management is a multi-purpose organ. So management is not a unified, I mean it's a unified approach, but it's not one directional. It is a multi-directional and a multi-purpose organ that manages a business, manages managers, and manages workers and work as well. So all the parts of the business from the top management is going to control, manage, direct, motivate the managers, then the workers, and obviously it is going to overlook all the work done by everyone. And again, What is the objective? That's a predetermined objective for which the management is working. Jay and Shoes goes a step further, saying that it is a force. So it is not only a duty, it is not only something that has been assigned to you, but there is a part of a lot of control that has been given. It is a force which leads, guides, directs an organization in the accomplishment of predetermined objectives. So, so they are going to be, the management is going to be the mentor, the leader, the director of the entire show that is happening on the organizational front. In words of Coons O'Donnell, management is defined as the creation and maintenance of an internal environment. Now it tells another characteristic of management, and that is it's creativity. Management is a skill. Also, it helps in maintaining an internal environment. So who is responsible for the healthy internal environment? Obviously the management of the enterprise, where individuals working together in groups can perform efficiently and effectively towards the attainment of group goals. Now, the main objective of the organization has been divided in further into the group goals, and the groups will work for attaining those smaller goals. So this bifurcation of goals is also done by the management. This comes as one more feature of. So in all, we see that management is pretty comprehensive, and Kimball gives a beautiful definition encompassing most of the features of the management as being comprehensive. Management embraces all duties and functions that pertain to the initiation of an enterprise, its financing, the establishment of all major policies, the provision of all necessary equipment, the outlining of the general form of organization under which the enterprise is to operate, and selection of the principal officers. The group of officials in primary control of an enterprise is referred to as management. So these are the top managers, the top officers, which are going to see the production department, the finance department, the HR department, the legal and the policies department as well. So they are going to, you're getting the structure of an organization here, where everything would be coordinated and led by these managers, or the management takes care of all these functions of the organization. And for what? For achieving the predetermined goals. Now we have seen enough of the characteristics of management throughout these slides. I would like to take you to the importance of management now. Importance of management. Indeed, management is so significant and important for the day-to-day functioning existence of the organization. And why is that so? The first is achieving organizational goals. Achieving organizational goals is the most important role played by the management of an organization. In a large as well as a small organization, several employees are working and each has a different role to play. If there is no one there to supervise them or to synchronize their actions or to plan their activities, imagine there will be loss of human resources and other physical resources available in the organization. In addition to this, each employee will work on a separate agenda or a goal which will make them difficult to achieve the organizational goal itself. Therefore, management plays an important role in achieving the organizational goals by analyzing all the goals, dividing the goals into the smaller ones, planning, and assigning tasks to each employee and supervise them. It helps them whenever they need and encourages them to achieve the goals. Good management can make employees achieve that even they feel impossible and keeping the organization ahead of its competitors. The second important aspect is management improves efficiency. How does it do that? It's another important factor in an organization. It enhances the efficiency of the organization. The main job of a manager is to make the maximum use of the skills of his subordinates and the resources allocated to him. He plans and organizes and gives direction to get maximum output with the lowest cost possible. Important resources of an organization are, can you count them with me? Money, human, machinery, and material. A manager makes sure that all these resources are being used properly and hence leads to the improved efficiency. The third aspect is it simplifies organizational structure. No matter how much people are responsible and take the responsibility of their jobs, still they need somebody to control their actions. So, when mom and dad are not there at home, do children study? No. Hence, you need somebody to control the actions. Similarly, in the organization, it is the management which controls the actions and direct their action towards a pre-decided goal. Having a management team in the organization creates a simplified work structure in the organization where work flows from upper level to the lower level. People in the management takes projects, assign works to people working at lower levels. In the absence of management, the division of work, imagine who will divide the work. There would be all chaos and it will cause troubles in the workplace. In small organizations, things can be handled without management as people who own the business perform most of the work on their own. But imagine large organizations with thousands of people working together. The role of management then becomes very crucial and it becomes difficult to exist in the absence of the management. So you can well imagine how important management becomes when your numbers are growing, you're becoming a large firm. Then obviously you need an efficient management or as well as the management system. The next the cause of importance is that management encourages staff to participate. So, good management will encourage the employees to participate in the decision making process and provide their views. In this way, they make the most use of knowledge and skills of employees in the organization. Employees feel connected and their loyalty increases when they are given importance and are encouraged to take part in the decision making process of the organization. Loyal employees are good for the organization as when they feel connected to the organization, they put their 100% efforts to achieve the results. The next part is the synergy among different departments as well as different people. So, an organization is a mix. We talked about certain functions, the marketing function, the human resource function, the finance function, the legal function. So, all these are, the management has to take decision making process. Decision making is an important part of every organization, and it is the role of the management in the organization to decide that where the people would be working. People in management are usually expert in their respective fields and have experience, therefore they make better decisions and give orders to their subordinates to achieve the goals of the organization. When the tasks would be given, divided to all the departments, and it is well coordinated by the people, then obviously the synergy is going to come. Then next is, it brings it brings maneuverability and adaptability for conducive business environment. The business environment is dynamic in nature, and especially in 21st century, it changes very rapidly, as we are seeing. We do not know what is happening the next day. So employees perform their duties and finish the tasks at their hand, but management is responsible for looking ahead of the times. They keep a close look at the changing business environment and take decisions and plan to meet future requirements efficiently. With their foresightedness in planning, it becomes easy for the organization to adapt to the change in the business and stay ahead in the competition. So, it is important. Now, another factor that why management is important is that it keeps the business in sync with the rules and regulations of the society. See, it is not a secret that each organization works towards making profits. And sometimes, in the pursuit of making profits, they end up violating certain rules and regulations of the society. It might happen that, you might think that it's okay to, put your rubbish uh, in the drains, or it's okay to pollute the environment. But whose responsibility it is it to see that all these things, all these irrational decisions are being taken by the owners? The management. In such scenarios, the importance of management becomes crucial, as they set rules which are in accordance and in favor of society and environment, because it's their responsibility. For example, they keep a check on the price of the product, or they make sure that no harm is done to the environment. All that is also a responsibility, as well as it is required out of management, that they are in sync with the society. The next is, the management, it creates a conducive work environment. Management is important to create healthy work environment in the organization. The efficiency of employees increases when they are provided with a positive and stress-free environment. Everybody wants to work in a stress-free environment. Employees can seek the help of management whenever they face any type of issue, and management is solely responsible for providing them the solutions, so they can focus on their work without any interruption. So, for a fluid work environment, management plays an important role. Next, management creates the image of an organization. It creates and it improves as well. Management, there is this image of an organization, and it gets affected largely on the decisions taken by the management. They guide employees to take certain actions which are in favor of the organization. A positive image of the organization not only brings more customers, but it also attracts investors and business partners. So for everybody, there has to be an image of a business, and that image is being created by the management. The next point is, it looks after the vision of the organization. In the initial lecture, I told you that the management takes care of mission and vision of the organization. So the promoters, the entrepreneur who has created a mission and vision for the organization, whose responsibility it would be to take care of the vision, it is the management. So the management of the organization consists of managers of various skills and expertise. They have experience in different fields and use their knowledge to make a decision about the organization. They provide vision to the organization and decide the future goals for the organization, and in this way make an investment in a particular direction so that the vision can be realized. The next importance of management is it augments competitive strength. So, members of the organization are well aware of the competition in the market and they know the moves of the competitors as well. With their vision, the organization always works towards improving its work techniques and methods so that it can stay ahead in the competition and can utilize the resources available for creating maximum profits. So you have to be ahead of or at par with your competitors, or you should actually know the strength of the competitors to compete with them, and that all role is played by the management. So they act as a ticker, that they know what's going on in the market and they have to take appropriate action to be in the business. The next is the management provides ethical and moral support to the employees. So they are ethically and morally responsible to the society, as well as they are ethically and morally supporting their employees. So it's like management plays the role of parents and a teacher for employees in an organization. They are the mentors. Employees can turn toward their manager when they come across something that they can't handle themselves. In addition to this, managers provide moral support, ethical guidelines to face the challenges. Another important aspect which is taken care by the management is that it facilitates the expansion of business. Does anybody want to get stagnated? No, everybody wants to grow, everybody wants to develop, and hence the business. So who's going to facilitate the expansion? Obviously the management, because it is taking the major decisions. So in addition to managing the staff, assigning the work, and distribution of resources, management work towards the expansion of the organization as well. They keep looking for business opportunities and expand their business whenever they come across a good business opportunity. The next act done by the management is that it leads to stability and prosperity in the organization. Management is going to bring the stability that is much required, because windfall gains are good for that time being, but you need constant profits, you need constant brand building, you need constant trust in you by the customers. All that leads to the stability and overall prosperity of the organization. Hence, management is responsible for taking all the important decisions and settling disputes of employees and providing them all the resources that they require to complete their jobs. If employees of an organization are happy and satisfied, they'll work hard and bring prosperity for the organization. An organization can only prosper if it takes care of the employees who work for it, and the management is responsible for forwarding the demands and needs of the employees and making sure that these needs are fulfilled for the stability and the prosperity of the organization. The next act is management stimulates innovation. The role of management is to inspire employees to use their creative side without any hesitation. Creativity results in innovation, and innovation makes an organization pioneer in a new field. Innovation can only bloom under good management. You can think of a situation where the pharma companies so quickly adopted to the needs of the hour with the sanitizers in the COVID times, pre-COVID era, you could hardly find, too many sanitizers on the shelves. But within a month or so, the pharma companies came up with so many brands and the various percentages of alcohol present in the sanitizers to fight with the virus. Hence, all this led to the innovation part. It was all management decisions which led to the innovations, and actually many a times it leads to even the existence of the organization. The next is the management lessens absenteeism and labor turnover. There's this major problem of most organizations, and that is the increase of absenteeism of employees from work and labor turnover number. People leave their jobs or stay away from work when they don't like the environment of the workplace. You would like to go to college when you had a brawl with a fellow student, or so there was some teacher who objected to your late coming, so you get a little pissed off by that, and hence you do not want to go back to the college for a day or two. This is the same thing that happens at the workplace. So the rules and regulations imposed on them or the people they are working for, if they don't like that, they don't want to turn up for work. So these problems will not be there if the management of the organization is good and it takes care of the people that are working in their organization. So if that brawl happened and there was a teacher who resolved that, then you would not feel like staying at home, and you will come back to college the next day. Hence, this is the role the management plays. High turnover and high absenteeism in the organization. What does that mean? It means high recruitment expenses and low revenues. So, the importance of management increases to avoid these issues. The next is it enhances industrial relationships. People who work at management level have a good relationship in the industry, as these people usually have long experience of working in the same industry. A good manager will not only take care of the organization from within but also from the outside. It establishes the relationships with the other organizations in the industry and leads to business deals which are profitable for the organization. So more relationships, better and profitable prospects for the organizations. Improved industrial image of the organization means more opportunities for businesses, and more business opportunities result in the expansion of the business, which we have already. There are few more importances, significance of management. Let's see how important the management is. So the next is the management takes care of employees' welfare as well. Even though the main job of a manager is to maximize the profits of an organization, but it is equally responsible for the welfare of the employees working in the organization. They make sure that all the employees are getting rewarded for their efforts, and they have been provided with all necessary facilities like medical insurance, annual vacation, and fair chances to grow. If employees are taken care, then they can concentrate on their work without any distractions, which will result in improved productivity of the employees. Happy employees, better productivity. The management helps building strong customer relationships. A good and skilled manager not only establishes a relationship with his employees but also builds a good relationship with the customers of the organization. Customers become loyal and regular if they are treated good and being taken care of their needs. So the after sales services, for example, are actually made for happy customers only. A happy customer means more business. Therefore, the manager of an organization gives proper attention to the customers and keep them updated with all the offers. Then next is the management builds the trust of shareholders. Now, management is are the managers are actually agents of the shareholders. Shareholders are the kind of owner of the business. A person has ownership in a company even if it holds 1% of the share of the company. You know that. So, good management wins the trust of these shareholders or the owners of the company because they are actually working for their benefit. Another point is that a good management actually makes the best use of 7 M's. And what are those 7 M's? Yes, you can come, you can tell me. Money, material, machinery, manpower, methods, yes, market, and management. So this M is an important M. A good manager takes care of all these 7 M's and makes effective use and efficient utilization of all these resources given to him. So management tackles business problems as well. A business comes across several business problems every day. A good manager addresses these problems and provides effective solutions without delay. In this way, they win the trust of customers and their employees. Another one, the management helps in attaining personal goals of everyone. So the management, they not only think about the prosperity of the organization, but also they think about the employees who work for the organization, the customers or the clients who are availing the products and services of the organization. So they'll guide the employees so that not only they bring success for the organization but will also succeed in their respective careers. With respect to the customers, they would like their customers to be happy. So the management learns about the personal goals of the employees, the personal problems of the clients, and presents them with the opportunities accordingly so that the employees, their skills and talents can be utilized properly, and for the customers gets the best product out of the available resources. For the government, the management's responsibility is to pay the taxes on time, and they have to assume corporate governance well. All these are the roles and responsibility, and hence the importance of management to the society and as well as to the organization itself. With this, we come to the end of what is management and what is the significance of management. Thank you so much. Have a good day.